Mick, you're first. Congratulations, back to your rightful place. Welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. That is the eternal might and mighty Psycho Promise. That's right. Once again, I want to thank all you people for being here. I was going to do this broadcast about 30 minutes, 30 minutes before, but several different things happened in the last half hour. Okay, I wasn't sure what that noise was, then I figured out it's Toby Toe Beans going off and eating. She's a noisy eater for a cat, I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. Fred, good to see you. It was good to see everybody here, Paul and Mick and everybody. That's right. But we had a squall, a summer squall, if you will. Honestly, was not sure if it was going to happen. Of course, being that it was like 92 degrees for a high today, I had both the front windows down. So, I was able to go out there in the middle of the downpour and roll up the windows. But, I'm afraid to see what it's going to be like by the time I go take the kids in about 2 hours to work. Hopefully it'll dry itself off. So I wasn't quite sure, with the weather, I wanted to make sure that we got past that before I started this, because I didn't want, I don't know, I get weird when it comes to weather-related stuff because, well, other than being through that tornado last year, I just really don't want this episode getting knocked off early, because of the internet. You know how that goes. First world problems, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I hope everybody is doing really good. I've been feeling like this all day. I was supposed to go take care of a couple things, and I didn't get very much accomplished again today. I'm kind of getting really tired and not feeling good. This is, like I said, I hope maybe over the next, these pair of doctor appointments I got, I don't know, like I said, they've done so much blood work and so much other stuff, and they're not finding nothing really. And I'm just like, I know it's not psychosomatic. The thing I've realized over this year and last year is that the heat really gets to me really easy. It never used to. And that's part of the problem. I cannot be out in it very long. That's pretty much a fact. Now, don't ever get my age, kids. Don't ever get my age. Late 50s. And what is it, in about 5 weeks, I'll be 58. Oh boy. Another one towards 60. Impulse Psycho, the leader of the island of VC Misfit Vinyl community land of drunken, stupid, and outrageously hilarious toys. Fact. It's like an extra word. One of these days it's going to be like a whole manifesto which Richard James will put out. I'll have to read it like a declaration of a town crier from the 1700s. Read it out. Oh boy. Anywho, I did get my thyroid checked last year, but I'm gonna double check. I'll double check again. I think I go back. Oh God, what day is it I go back? I'll have to double check in my personal account. I think I go back in late October. No, I can't do it, guys. I have not. I didn't get any of the vid vaccines. I can't do that. Okay, because what happened was I took a flu shot. Probably I'd say within the last, let's see, it was before Jess died, so 6 to 10 years ago, I took a flu shot. Violent reaction. Seriously, I won't do it. I don't care. I know it sounds really extreme to say this, but if they ever were like, well, you got to take the shot or you're going to lose your head, I guess I'll lose my head because I cannot do any of that stuff. That's all there is to it. Hey, how's it going, James? Yeah, and by the way, glad to see you. Before anybody else comes on, and if you're up for it, come on up, because I saw that you were with Mayo and you did the Fab Gap thing. I did not get a chance to watch it though yet. I was in the middle of processing this. So if you feel up to it, it would be nice. You haven't been on in about a week or two. That'd be nice to see you. Yes, Satan's in the house. What else is new? Hello, Richard. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I gotta look at that stuff. But I'm assuming it probably was on the anthology or something thereof. Oh man. So, like I said, can't wait. I've got, what is it, 3 weeks? 3 weeks to the cataract surgery. And then I'll be out for 9 days. I chose to work 7 days straight beforehand so that my pay doesn't get screwed up too much. Too much. Washers open. I got rid of all that mess. You're like, I had to roll up the windows in the car. I had to roll up the windows in the car. It ended up being a summer squall for about 20 plus minutes. And I'm like, oh shit, ran out there, got completely soaked in the 2 minutes I was out there. I had to throw the shit in the dryer. Jeez. Yeah, that's how bad it got. Hopefully we won't have wet asses when we leave for work. The kid, my son. Yep, all about the anthology. Like I said, I cannot wait to see what the details will be when it's released. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you swap this to the dryer?
Yep. You know how that goes. I just watched it and it's fab. Well, yeah, they have a history. Those two have a video history going back for a few years. Before me and Jen would have our little things here, right? Sean, brother Fred, how are you? Yes, yes, yes. The gang is here, and I'm proud of it. Yes, definitely chill, right? I decided after the broadcast yesterday, I thought I'd be a little bit of a brat, if you will. For the first time in, 9 months to a year, I popped on Rachel's yesterday. Yes, I did for about 20 minutes. Me and Johnny L, both at the same time. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What timing, right? It was okay. I didn't mind. I truthfully only knew, like, well, let's see, what it was, Harry and Rach. And I apologize. I don't know who the dude was in the corner. He looked new-ish. I wouldn't mind going on, I guess, once every few weeks or a month or two. That's all right. I'm trying to get set up downstairs. I'm just chilling. Mayo and grilled cheese sandwiches go together. That's what people say. I have never had that. I'm not going to lie. Never have. Hey, Paulo. I still like the Avatar. Whatever. I tolerate him. Yeah, there is always new characters on the Raquel show. That's right. But I didn't mind being on there. I was my normal obnoxious self, throwing up the devil horns, and I used the bullhorn for about 10 seconds. We talked a little afterwards privately. Like I said, I don't mind going up there once in a while, just as long as I don't have to deal with somebody else that's on that show. Maybe I ought to go up there just as a test and see what happens. Well, thank you. Like I said, somebody's got to be the voice of reason. At least I'm not a certain somebody else that goes, every time they go on there now, they know who they are. I'm listening to crazy music, Fred, getting into the no wave scene from New York, 7980. Pretty extreme stuff, but fun to investigate. Yeah. I was on the last 15, 20 minutes of Rachel's last night after I got done with here. Hey, how you doing? As Mayo would say, what's the good word? Hopefully cool down. Yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath on that. We'll see. You know, I didn't even know there was a genre called no wave until 2019, and a couple bandmates turned me on to it. It's actually fun and interesting, so that's really cool. I may have to investigate. Could have been funny if he were there. Did you guys catch the OPC today? Those guys had me busy on Discogs today. I'm an idiot. I don't know who OPC. Oh, you mean I don't know what OPC is. I'm an idiot. Tiptoe through the tulips. It would have been epic if Rice. That would have been a historical episode in the making. If all of that would have happened. Of course, I'd have to be in the mix somewhere in that episode. I'd have to be a requirement. I'll tell you this much. You know, we are less than 60 episodes away from 1,000th episode of Psycho's Platters coming up between now and the end of the year. And I swear I want a lot of guests that day. I want people to come on up. I want us to have some fun. We will have a lot of fun. That's the goal. I don't know too much acid rock, so I think the answer that I'm going to give to you is probably a typical standard 13th floor elevators. I do like me some 13th floor. Well, you never know. Never say never, as James Bond said. Never say never again. Is that lackluster white bread German guy? I'm an idiot then. Sorry, I don't think I know. Do I know who that is, Fred? I mean, has he been around a while, or is it? I found a couple of 7-inch singles for Teenage Jesus. Pretty rare to find him in the wild, but it got me diving down the rabbit hole of no wave. Maybe, but I'm not going to promise. If she wants to. That's all I'm going to say. I know who I've heard of Teenage Jesus. I've never heard the music. I've also heard Jesus Mary Chain. I've never heard the music. Richard James, you are crude. Well, no, I for once I get where he was going on this. I guess he was still being crude, but I get, because she used to do that. Why do we keep putting people on a pedestal? We all are equal here. We all love music. We all love listening and talking about it. We're all equal to each other. This is true. I like your avatar too, by the way. This is true. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm a fat, bearded old idiot that likes to talk about music with my fellow friends here on the island of VC Misfit Toys. There's always going to be an island of VC Misfit Toys. On the side of the island, there's unfortunately two graves. One is beans and one is shenanigans, but they're there. They're on the island of relevancy. We are the island of relevancy in the VC, whether anybody believes it or not. I don't know. Have we had the chance to dance? Who's that German guy that went at it with Waxed a couple of years ago? Where is the big glasses? The German guy. We're not talking Thor, are we? I'm confused. I don't know anymore. I don't know whatever happened to Thor. I like Thor. Richard James, I've seen you around and I haven't figured you out quite. I haven't figured myself out quite yet, and I've been here almost 15 years. 15 years in February. It's a long-ass time. Which does kind of lead me to the next point I want to talk about. I know, I'm sorry, I'm kind of gabbing a lot today. We do have some music set up, though. Yes, a Thor 45. There you go, from Canada. Richard is the man. Talk to text sucks. I think his name was Mike. Oh, Michael 45. Right? Michael 45? Yeah, I don't know, whatever the hell happened to him. Paul, you won't be relevant until you play Busy. Oh, Jesus. I don't even know what that is. Maybe I'll play a little bit of it. Maybe. This isn't like what the hell was it? That thing you made me play? Okay, nobody ever makes me play anything, but I don't know. It's pretty raunchy. It's not one of those again, is it? Because I'm really not in the mood for that. Teenage Jesus is really extreme noise, but it's become very influential. Sonic Youth took much of their sound from the no-wave bands like Teenage Jesus. That's Mike 45. But I can tell you who's not Mike 45. And I can tell you she's a million times hotter and cuter. This one.
I was gonna say I was pretty sure I knew who they meant by the German guy, but I could not think of his damn name. But yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. It's like, it's horrible for me to do. Okay, so there's like this little thing that we do at work, me and my friends. We don't do the high salute. We do it like really, really low, so only we can see it. And at one of the morning meetings, I just right out of the blue, and my friends were trying not to crack up, but I'm talking serious to my boss while my friends are seeing the low salute, and they're just sitting there going, "Oh my God, Paul, we can't believe you did that." I'm like, nobody knew about it except you two. I said, I got to get away with all this shit. No, it's not raunchy. It's a legitimate release from the 50s. Maybe later. Remind me before the end of the show, okay?
What is?
This Busy Line by Rose Murphy.
Oh, okay.
I thought maybe it was like some Rusty Warren party record or some shit. I'm like, no, Rusty Warren and her knockers up. Do you know how many times I've fucking seen that in Goodwills? Oh my God.
Really?
I have had that exact same shirt with the sleeves cut off.
But does yours have a lace back? Probably.
Anyways, audience dropped a 5. Oh, will you stop? Did you buy any new albums? Dino's asking. Okay. You always say that. Oh, well, maybe you should remind me. I'm a busy man. I got things plotted here.
Buying streak, not an album buying streak. Sorry.
No lace. but Fred, I love you like that stuff. I'm teasing. I keyed, Fred. I keyed. Maybe Groovy Lisa's got that shirt. I don't know. It's good with good sports here. But you know what? I'm glad you're up here, because I mean, here's the next thing that I want to tell people.
Yeah.
God. This has really nothing to do with me exactly, although it kind of does. So a certain, Mr. Mello and a couple other people the other day, we were talking about this, about how, I keep getting dinged for all this shit, and what I mean by dinged is either the block in the certain territories are not going to get money and shit like that, which I don't worry so much about the not getting the money part. It's just,
but the block part is bad because that's only one step away from a strike.
Right, so I just pull the block shit, which is bull. And one of the last ones I did was that 105-year-old song, which if I already didn't have a dispute under review, I would have thrown out. I know. And by the way, they have 15 days to respond still. It started at 30.
Halfway through.
We're halfway through, and I'm like, you assholes. But the thing is that I was watching.
That's why I stopped doing the karaoke streams when I did really abruptly. It was because all of a sudden, for the first time, I had one get slapped down by YouTube. I had never, in almost 20 years of it, had that happen. And it scared the shit out of me. And ever since then, it seems like I've been seeing channels get taken down left or right, or getting struck. I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth losing almost 20 years of stuff.
I am so glad you brought that up, because that is where I was leading next. It was so nice seeing Betty White yesterday. She was so cute. Betty White was so cute. I know.
I mean,
so cute.
She might show up again for all I know. So.
See, maybe a Betty White cameo. That'd be all right.
Yeah, she was like a little Velcro puppy yesterday. I don't think she's ever been on camera that long before. Like, every time I set her down, within like 5 minutes, she was right back. I was like, oh, okay.
That's funny. That's too funny. I don't know what that is. I can't figure that out.
Is it a monkey? I think it's 2 monkeys.
Oh, okay. Do you write your original songs?
I write stories, but I don't write songs.
Yes, the fiction. I love some of the fan fiction, indeed.
I still write it.
Yes. So I watched today, not only Krantz Rock Warehouse, but he talked about Rick Beato. I went and looked at Rick Beato's video that he recently did. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I don't. Elaborate, please.
Okay, and by the way, I subbed to him. I thought I subbed to him a long time ago. I didn't.
Huh.
So he kind of has been fighting with the record companies, mainly Universal Music Group, as of late.
They seem to
They
be the ones everyone's fighting with.
they dinged him for a 55-second clip, which there was only a couple seconds, enough for the quote fair use law, while he was interviewing Adam Durbitz from the Counting Crows. And I am just sitting here and I'm going, and in fair use in educational should all, it should all be wrapped up into there. Now, I understand I play whole songs, okay? I do it for more of an entertainment value. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. I have no problem if YouTube would do a revenue share model, okay?
Great.
Like yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Okay. Sometimes you never know who the hell is going to allow you to revenue share.
Exactly.
We've had people in the past. I can thank the Nashville Teens, the estate of Peter Tork, Yoko Ono, Petra, and a few other ones. And yesterday we add to the list Bob Sinclair for Jim Tonic was also an revenue share. Yes, and that's electronica. And so I was just sitting there and I'm going, well, if these guys can do it, and maybe they're not huge namers, some of them, but they're still namers. They did matter at one point or another in the music world. And if they're willing to revenue share, okay, on some of their work, I think everybody should be able to allow to do revenue share. They're still getting the damn money. Those greedy music groups are going to still get the damn money. We do understand this, and I think the videos that I've seen between, like I said, I saw Grant's first, then I saw Rick Beato's, and then I went and saw Professor of Rocks. Now, Professor of Rock and Beato are teaming up, I guess now, or for some videos, and I am just sitting here and I'm going, you know what, guys, let's face it, at the end of I've said this many times, at the end of the day, this is all just a numbers game, okay? Which leads me quickly into going off and saying, please smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel or Beetle Babe's channel or anybody else's channels in here. And if you feel inclined, please donate, because the donate goes to cheap coffee, cheap records, or helping to offset the StreamYard fee, which I just went and paid today. So, but I'm just a piddly ass channel of, over 1250 for subs. Okay. And Rick Beato's got 15.1 million, which I'm like, holy shit,
He's
and
kind of running laps around the rest of us collectively.
Yes.
Wow.
And so it really made me humble. And even Grant admitted he was humble when he found, because he's got 8,500 subs or something like that. And Grant's got a great channel. I love his channel.
I'm such a Grant.
Seriously, I do. I don't think there's ever been a suck episode, at least in my opinion, anyway, for Grant. But here's what I'm getting at in my long-windedness. I brought this up this week, and I'm going to type this up and put it out there for you guys, okay? And as of today, now I don't know when I'm going to start. I'm still investigating, but I wanted to make sure that I had this. I'm going to post it. This is me on Rumble. I have started a Rumble account. Now, obviously, I don't know when I'm going to get videos. Okay?
Yeah.
But
keep me posted on this, because I've been considering Rumble for a while too, but I wasn't sure how it would work for things like music content. So
I am still investigating.
Better, let me know.
Oh, I will gladly give you every factoid that I can on this whole process. This is going to take a little bit of work. I would like to. My goal is to get on Rumble by the end of the year. Maybe not 100%. We could do a 50-50 hybrid between YouTube and Rumble, but that is my goal. I have somebody backstage.
Is it somebody I need to bounce over?
It's not Mooney.
Okay.
You're all right with You're sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Here he is.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yes. So I'm leaving this up for a minute. Maybe I should put it in a banner, but please. Well, the reason why I'm asking you people, if you can, and if you don't have a Rumble account, maybe you may want to create one for yourselves out there. There's a bunch of different podcasts, music. It's not all just political. Okay. I'm not gonna spit out political here, but that is how I knew of Rumble's existence, was through political.
Actually, same.
Yeah.
Because I
So
followed
I
Russell
don't even
Brand
know
there first, so.
we can do
I don't even know what a Rumble account is.
Rumble. You just start a account on Rumble.
It's like YouTube, but without all of the censors over certain topics and stuff. So
That's
we're going
right.
to see if it maybe also works for music too, without getting dinged left and
Oh,
At the moment, from what I have read, at the moment, there is no musical restrictions. So the thing is, and I went and saw little clips, and I saw 3 or 4 people at least on panel yippee yapping, and I'm sitting there going, okay. I said, so I know I can have people. The other fun part is now I can fire up the fucking turntable.
Yeah.
And start playing whatever the hell I want to for the moment.
That's
I hope
what
it stays that
that's
way.
what I want.
How long it'll stay that way, but at least for now, it could be a temporary solution while YouTube irons out its shit. Because
Yeah,
I've noticed with YouTube, they ebb and flow with how strict they are about music content, and this is nothing we haven't seen before. They just go through it in waves where it's almost like sweeps week, except it lasts a lot longer than a week. But
hang on. I am so far behind on these fucking comments.
I can't read the chats unless you put them on screen. So
I love Grant's Rocket Warehouse. Yes, me too, Satan. If Satan loves Grant's Rocket, I love Grant Rocket Warehouse. Fan fiction I used to write. NSYNC fan fiction as a teen. Don't ask.
So don't feel bad.
Well, I checked out the one you're using today, Jen. The what is it called? Emotes.
That's another thing.
It looks really good. It looks really good.
It does. Like I said, there's a learning curve for getting it set up, but once you're set up, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
What the hell is this mean? I don't have a 12-inch, but it smells like a foot. Randy, what the fuck's that mean?
Yeah, please.
If that's the thing with me, I don't get it, and I really don't care.
Beetle Babe, maybe you should make an AI
I've done
song
it before.
with your writings.
I have. I've done several.
Randall, the professor of rock talked about fair use in music. That's right. And I understand I play whole songs, okay? But still, come on. Whole songs should be revenue share, okay? I'm not expecting anything for free. I'm not. That's not why I do this stuff.
The weird thing is with certain certain artists, it's like certain tracks they'll let you do the revenue share with, and then other ones not so much. Like McCartney, like he fluctuates of what he'll let you revenue share, what he'll block entirely, and what he'll strike. Like if you try "Wonderful Christmas Time," you might incur a strike.
Yeah.
I don't do that one.
See, and Lisa, listen, this is what I brought up. I think Mello and Dave were in the room when we talked about this, okay? If, let's say, for example, and I know I'm being very facetious because there's no way in hell they would only allow us to do this for $100, but let's say the creators would pay a yearly $100 and you could use whatever the fuck is out there, and then they would have to split up all the money out of that $100.
I would be all over that. I would pay the money. I would do it. But I have noticed, Jen, like you said the other day, like they are taking down everything. I mean, everything.
Exactly.
I'm getting copyright stuff for my streams now and everything. If I play it,
yeah, that's once you're on their radar, they start going after you more and more aggressively. That's why I was like, I'm just going to take a step back from that because I'm just like, no, we're not going to play with fire today.
Yeah.
Jen, did you see the Who upload from Jersey yesterday?
No, I still need to check that out, but I saw that it's up.
Thank you very much, Brandon, for the dono. That is always greatly appreciated towards the free coffee made from koala and eucalyptus.
I watched some of the Florida show from the first night.
That's what I saw too, was the Florida show.
So how was it?
Not good.
That's what I was afraid of.
First song, first mic swing on the first show of the
Well-
last tour.
What?
He's already effing it up.
James,
Why is Roger getting pissed off already?
because
That's
it's
why I'm like,
Roger.
I don't think he's gonna make it to the end of the
Yeah.
damn tour. He's gonna find some way to bail out of it before they even made it to the first damn show.
If
He
I
felt
got
like he was
alerts,
coming up with excuses to get out of having to do any of it.
Jen, did you see Won't Get Fooled? Did you see Won't Get Fooled again from Italy? He's screaming something at them before the song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought that.
I thought he was ironically saying "turn it up," which is funny because he said Zach plays too
I'll
loud.
get into
So
that
now you're
too.
going-
Right, because I guess with that one, it's a screaming song versus a quiet song where he needs to hear everything or whatever bullshit story he's going with. Oh, does Betty want to become?
Betty White
Oh, yeah,
cameo,
they-
ladies and gentlemen. Betty
No,
White.
she ran off. I
Well,
thought she was going to jump up. I'll
See,
give her
that's
time. She might come back.
where the hell's Toby? Just so you know, Paul, streaming on Twitch will let you play absolutely any music for as long as you want. It's extremely easy to start. You could do a live video in the next 10 minutes if you wanted to. Maybe I'll have to look into that too.
Because I have Twitch, but I never tested music with it yet. But I have it. But
US just needs to soften the key. Yeah, I know. They're the US are the biggest jackasses when it comes to the copyright shit. I'll tell you that. Even Europe's a little more relaxed on this. The fair use doctrine needs modernization, but the big music company, yeah. See, because here's the thing: record companies as a model does not work for them really anymore. It doesn't. I mean, I'm not a streamer, nor will I ever be a streamer. Okay, I just don't see it happening. Randall, I love your shows, but you always do them right after I paid $80 for a UFC main event. You both start at 10. Oh my God. See now, Randy, I watch. I think I've watched more than. It's just I don't know why you don't come in my alerts. That didn't sound right. I'll have to look into it. I'll have to look into it when and see maybe. Anyways, apparently there have been some really nasty stuff going on backstage on different streams. Isn't there always, Satan? And
Yeah, I
there always?
was going to say, isn't. Hey,
that's
James,
nothing new.
there's always shit going on backstage everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Or on screen everywhere.
You could sing all the Harry Nilsson tracks you want.
Exactly. Well, it was like a running thing. Every single karaoke stream I did, he would always request Nilsson by the end of the night.
Yeah. He did get me into that. He did get me into the song "You're Breaking My Heart." I'd never heard that one before, and then I heard, and I'm like, okay.
I heard about this actually.
Stroke it to the east.
I didn't witness it, but some dude, yeah, he's going around different streams. He's jerking it.
I heard he got into Sam's stream.
Mm-hmm.
All I have to say about this: stroke it to the east, stroke it to the west. Stroke is the way I like best. I know I butchered that lyric.
Do I know who that? Do I know who? Is it who I think he's talking about, Jen? Or
I heard it's you.
It's not even who you think it is.
I said I heard it's you, Rich.
Richard, we love animals on this channel. Where's your? My dogs are laying down there. They're sound asleep.
You could literally play Jimi Hendrix for 3 days if you want. Patrick started a radio station on there last year and played music for 2 weeks. Literally played everything. Man, oh man. It's so. Like I said. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so this is the reason why I want you guys to go over there. I know there's not any content there yet, but let me tell you something that I found out. So, if you go on there and you like it, and I hate to say this, the psychoplatter emojis, the avatar is not on there yet. It's just a letter P and color.
Cool. You can make your own. Cool.
But but you can't separate the words. Okay, that's why I tried to, and they're like, they won't let you do it, so I have to do it this way. And so,
YouTube used to be like that way back in the day.
If you get 100 subscribers, is when the little money light goes on.
Big.
Hold on, wait a minute. I can make money with this through with 100.
Yes.
Yeah, but you got to get
Okay.
100 people over onto that platform.
Your
It's the problem.
your keep percentage is a lot better than YouTube. I want to say Rumble only takes half of what YouTube takes now.
Wow.
That's a
Okay.
big difference.
Okay, you piqued my interest. I'm gonna have to look into this.
Oh, for
So
sure.
like I said, anybody that's got time, if you've got a Rumble account, start one for yourself. If you do have a Rumble account, please go to what you just see and subscribe. I will try to be on there at least looking around every other day or so, every 2 to 3 days. But my goal is, and
Go
try
hustle
Kickdown.
and
Yeah.
Now, just like YouTube, it's free. All you have to do is just make an account, and then you have to pay. Okay,
Right.
cool.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Who's here? Nobody. Okay, they just turned around. All right. So let me get this all. Let's see. Till that. Okay. Blah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. 35 minutes of yapping, but it needed to be done, guys. It needed to be done.
It did.
So.
Yeah, it's good for me. I'm glad I know that.
Exactly. So, what we have here. Let's start explaining some of this title.
Yes, please do. Because I tried to cheat in Google and I couldn't figure it out.
Good.
Yeah,
See, sometimes you can't always win. Sometimes on this, you just can't. Rumble is the sound my belly makes after eating a bunch of burritos. Oh my, mine does too. I think that goes for everybody, especially if he's in the bathroom. Anyways, chalky milk yesterday.
Salty milk.
Yeah. So rest in peace to a cruiser in Moonfire with a nasty Kickdown. I love coming up with these things, and you guys are like,
I have no damn clue on this one.
Most of the time, I never get your titles. I'm like, what?
Came up from Moonfire with like an anime convention, so I was like, yeah, I have no damn guess.
Unless you're doing a tribute show, I usually look at it and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Paul? This doesn't make any.
But you people come in.
Which day totally whoosh.
You people come in because of the title, because you guys are like, what the fuck's he gonna?
We want to see what the hell the title.
What the fuck's the jackass gonna talk about? Well, here's part of it. So the rest in peace to a cruiser. Oh boy. Yeah, this is the only tribute part of the whole episode.
Is there one of Eddie and the Cruisers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I did get part of it.
And rest in peace. Yesterday, to Michael Tunes Our Tunes, who was a member of the John Cafferty and Beaver Brown Band, also in Eddie and the Cruisers. He was the sax player, and he sang backgrounds. Okay. Get your ass up here. Fact. Anyways, please. I don't want to be obnoxious. Okay.
I love the movies. I love both of them. I love those movies.
I didn't know there was a second one.
There was. If the first one was in '83, which I love that one. I almost missed the second one, but I saw it on HBO or Cinemax or some shit. It came out in '89. Eddie and Cruisers 2, Eddie Lives. But I didn't see it till the 90s sometime. But I don't even remember it. That's how memorable it was.
Oh boy!
I didn't think the second one was as good, but it was still really good.
But the soundtracks both charted, and I guess they must, let's see here. I can never figure out. Yeah, well, that's my fun. That's half the thing right there. Good day, Dave. Good evening, Wyoming Dave, the True Detective, and chairman of the board of Chris Hill here. So yeah, he was a member from the early 1970s because John Cafferty's band's been around since '71. Yeah. Most of them are still there with him, too. Most.
That's impressive.
Wow.
I know. To his death. So, basically, I'm going to play for you the very first single, the John Cafferty, Beaver Brown, 1980. Non-charted. It was just non-album. This is what they rolled out. And we're going to play Wild Summer Nights from 1980. I got so much shit here. What the hell? All right, there we go. And if I could get my damn pointer to work. Oh boy. All right.
It's funny that I like this guy's voice so much because he kind of sounds like Bruce to me, and I can't stand him.
He does in a way, doesn't he?
He does, but at the same time, he doesn't have a voice that sounds like a cement mixer, therefore it's okay. It's a different one. Sorry. Is it bothering you?
Yeah.
I just sound
Say hello to your
Not
older
wrong.
sister.
He's
He
not
found
wrong.
us on Facebook and thought it was my sister. I was like, which one? He said the blonde one. I'm like, so Kimmy? It's like, no, the other one. I'm like, I only have one blonde sister. Then wait, and he said curly hair. I'm like, that's my mom.
Oh, jeez.
I thought it was big.
Oh, my title.
I know what they sound like.
I think Cafferty's from Boston, so I guess this is Boston's answer to Bruce.
I mean, Boston basically next door to Bruce, though.
Mm.
Speaking of Pink Floyd, what's Roger Waters been up to? I haven't heard about him recently. Last I heard, he was going to be arrested.
I haven't heard
Yep.
anything since then.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, that was a while back. Because there was something that he posted online that counted as hate speech in a country where it's illegal. So now there's somehow they linked his name to some terrorist organization. It's like, oh, shit.
Here you go, Richard. Start playing the saxophone and might get
My
you
mom
girls.
wanted to play the saxophone in the 70s and said, she will get you. Oh, God.
Well, yeah, Richard, it could definitely get you sex appeal. You know, it's really hard coming up with these dumbass puns. They really are, but that's okay. So then we go. They had an album. They put out a new album in April. I didn't know anything about this. It was called Sound of Waves, and it was several years in the making, like since 21, 22. Okay, they finally put it out. But this was the last single, which is on this new album, which they put out in late 23. So I present Blue Moonlight Drive.
Okay.
Blue Moonlight Drive. No, it's not, Jim.
I was. Oh, God.
And now my brain has merged Kenny G and Paul's song Sally G, and I'm forever going to sing it that way now.
Oh, my God. I was trying to think of a Paul song or an MJ song to say to play with a sax in it just to get everybody started.
I could, but I'm not helping you.
What about 1980? What about the Wings 1985? You could.
Of course, I got that 45 too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good one too.
You know, Richie never got the good girls playing sax. You know. I don't know.
Oh my God!
Happy days, yeah.
I don't know that 1985 is the one you're thinking of that has sax on it, Richard.
I know
it had something else on it.
No words, I think, might have had it.
Wait a minute. He's off, but I get it. Hang on a minute. He's talking about this. Okay, I'm not playing the whole damn song of this.
But just like the snippet in question.
Play the whole damn song.
Why not?
On Rumble, I can do that.
Oh,
that's
cool.
true.
Yeah, so
I'll have to look up. I've never looked up Rumble before at all, so I don't.
Yes.
There's a sax on Letting Go, I think. Yeah. Or does he just?
Or does he guitar, actually?
Or does he just do that on the concerts now with the sax section?
Guys, you're overlooking one.
Yeah.
You really are.
I'm gonna feel like it.
I've heard that one a dozen times.
Oh my God. You're right. We suck.
Look but it's more important to know if you guys blow. Like a sack.
All of getting down with it.
Like a total idiot now.
With that while trying to think of a Paul song with a sax on. God damn it.
Well, Jen didn't remember, so I don't
That's
feel
as
that.
far as you get. Just to prove my point. That's all I wanted to do.
How did I forget that?
Wait a minute. I thought you were Paul's biggest fan, Richard. Oh!
I let him in, too.
All right, I am. Well, I don't know. I like to think of myself as Paul's biggest fan, but every once in a while I do slip up.
That's okay. It happens to the best of us.
Just once in a while, huh?
But Paul slipped up a lot too lately, so I don't feel that bad.
I
Something
can't even
funny.
remember the words anymore, dude.
Yeah, he can't even remember the words anymore, so.
Something funny at the hardware store, Fonzie. Frank Crapio passed away. That judge that gave people nice sentences. Were they long sentences, and did they involve the word onomatopoeia or supercalifragilistic? Penny Lane had a hard time with that photo shoot. He kept falling over. Richard, your Jackson 5 memory was great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So which one were you dressed as when you sang it?
Well, if I was dressed up as Penny, who do you think I would?
You should have dressed up as Tito and Michael.
Actually, Tito is my
same time. At the same time, Tito and Michael. It'd be half an afro and half.
My word.
Richard, I have to ask you this important question. When you were doing that medley, were you dancing, dancing machine?
What's that?
It's always good to switch off, Richard. Yes, you can't. You know it's with sax appeal. You know you.
I was gonna bring my glove to the show, though. Really, I was actually.
No, nobody wants to see your obtrusion. Fuck it, I fucked that line up. Can I?
And yes, I do. Yes, I do have a glove.
Can I do that again, please? Can I? Okay. Yeah, that glove, though. You know, I mean, we're not talking about your optician's glove.
Oh, no, we're talking about the sequined one.
That's the colonoscopy glove. That's the proctology glove.
And I do have one.
Why do I have sparkles around my inner prostate? What happened?
And I'm embarrassed to say what I paid for it too.
Yeah, especially when I tell you what I paid for mine from Claire's.
Oh, Eric Carmen, Hungry Eyes.
That's right. Yeah. Didn't they? Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love. Wasn't there a lady that really hot looking sax player too?
I think so.
Well, those
why don't you come on up? For what it's worth, I was dressed as Jesse Jackson when I watched Richard's Jesse Jackson.
Oh my God!
Jesse.
People think I can't take a joke. I'm like the butt of all the jokes tonight.
Tonight, listen. You know, I ended up on. True story. I bumped into Jesse Jackson once in Chicago. Literally bumped into him. I turned around and I didn't know who. I'm like, "Oh, I am so sorry, sir." And he kind of muttered under his breath, "That's all right," and gave me kind of an evil look. And I'm going, and I'm like, when he was walking down the steps, this was the Harold Washington Public Library near City Hall, and I'm just sitting there like, why is he fucking look familiar? And I'm like, oh fuck, that was Jesse Jackson. And I'm just like, shit. I should have yelled out, "Hey, tell Michael and the rest of your brothers." Boy, I would have got it for that one. The bodyguard would have beat me up.
It wasn't worth it, though.
James Barley, my proctologist, uses pop rocks.
Brings a new meaning to the word. Let your body to the ground. Well, maybe so, but you're not going to see that today. My proctologist uses pop rocks. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Why does that sound like something written? Oh, here comes a bad one. Why does it sound like something Richard Gere would use?
Oh,
Holy shit.
not that joke again. I know
He
what.
ran out of gerbils.
I'm not the pacifier.
What do you? Where did he go? Where did Dave go?
Go left.
He left.
Dave, don't get your pop rocks. I don't.
He's not here. He's not here, man. He's not here, Dave. He's not here.
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here.
Dave's. He went to visit Santa and his old lady.
One month Santa Claus and his old lady. Ba, 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 ba.
You know, we could do it. We could. We have to do a Christmas special on Rumble, and we'll play all kinds of Christmas.
Dave's here
music, good
now.
and bad. Dave's here now. There you go.
If you do a Christmas special, you got to play Santa Claus and his old lady in the magic dust.
You know what, Dave? You could end up having a pickup line that involved the word Wendy's. You could go, hey,
What?
well, I'm telling him, it's like, hey, you want a Dave single, a double, or a triple?
Like,
And let them figure it out. You don't have to tell any more than that. Although you can't say it ends with a Frosty. Anywho,
oh my god.
I'm so horrible. I'm sorry, Dave and
Why would
Richard.
you
I'm horrible.
Another word that started with four.
I'm sorry.
Wow, he actually did a joke that wasn't on me. Wow.
Shut up, Richard. I'll come up with something in a minute.
I know you will.
So did you
Hey,
end up,
I'm glad I'm giving Jen a good laugh, though. I'm glad that. I'm glad. If I have to take the brunt of the joke,
I
at least
think Dave's got an idea.
No, I don't.
All the time. It's got to be somebody else for a change. So it's your turn.
What were you going to say, Dave?
Hey, maybe you guys already discussed this. Did you see who had a stream late last night, Paul?
Who?
No.
George
Oh,
Barton.
George
did.
Gordon.
Yeah, George Barton did.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
Gordon's
Yeah.
back?
Well,
This was the first
I don't know if he's going to do it every week. Maybe this is just a once a month thing.
Ooh.
Him and Nick.
Yeah, this was like the first time in
I'm
like
glad.
a year he's been back. I was like, holy crap.
I am very glad. Okay. I'll have to know. If he's going to do that on late Tuesday night, maybe I'll have to start putting an eagle eye or make sure my alerts are on.
We'll see. I have no idea if he's going to do it again or whatnot.
I was on board and stream only like 2-3 times during the whole thing. He was up there originally, but yeah, it's nice.
See, when I found out about him before, it was right before his big old hiatus. I think I saw like 2 episodes, and then he was gone. I was like,
that was like the
"Damn."
last Sunday, last week in June of a year ago, I think.
Mhm.
Who are you talking about?
George Barton, do you know? No. Richard?
Who?
George
Barton.
Barton.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know Borman. I've never really been on his stream, but I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was tracked down every single one of the streams for about a year.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah, me too. Maybe he's busy. He's maybe just popping in. I don't know.
Yeah,
It'd be nice if he could.
Hi. Oh, David Donnelly just said hi.
I got the puppy high.
Yay!
Saying hi to you, darling. What do you think?
Hi, baby.
Hi, puppy.
Oh my God, she's so adorable. I love her.
She's a little. Love her. She's so good.
What kind of breed is that dog?
She's a Pomeranian.
Pomeranian, yeah, I was trying to think. Mhm.
Yeah.
She's a good girl.
My proctologist found a dozen roses inside me during my last exam. I turned around and said, read the card, read the card.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Not George Foreman. George.
One last track on the whole Eddie Cruiser thing here. So
Yeah.
there was an interesting little side band in the late 2000s called Ernie and the Automatics. They were out of Boston. Okay. They only ended up putting out one CD, which really surprises me. I was kind of hoping that they could. Huh?
That's a catchy group name, Ernie and the Automatics.
Yeah.
Because it has something to do with like one of the band members originally worked in an auto shop. So they call and so they called it Ernie and the Automatics. I bet it loves pettings from Mama. Cute dog.
Yeah.
How long you got left of the show, Paul? Probably an hour from now. especially because I've been long-winded today.
Really? Okay.
So they put out an album called Low Expectations, which sounds like my life, in February 2009. So imagine that, so you had Michael Artunis, okay, from Eddie and the Cruisers. You had Brian Mays and Tim Archibald from RTZ, Return to Zero. Right? Mm-hmm. Along with Barry Goudreau and Siv Hashim from Boston.
Yeah.
So you have all those people on one album, and I present to you The Best Is Up Ahead. Okay. The Best Is Up Ahead.
I'm rolling down the highway.
There you go, Drew.
And I hope this rig will last. There's a man's right behind me, and he's catching up fast. But the best is up ahead. On this road on down. Come on, boys. Help me tell the story. Well, my girl up and left me, and my dog ran away.
What year is this from?
Situation has sure seen better days, but the best is up ahead.
Paul probably said I wasn't paying attention very good.
I wasn't either, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait.
Maybe he didn't say. Maybe he didn't say.
Oh, it don't thrill me.
Would you? Brian Mays.
Trying to pull me out of my misery. But I won't go there.
I also never knew about this band before.
Yeah, me either, but this is really cool.
Yeah.
I think this is my favorite of the three that we've heard today.
Just what else could go wrong? And then I quickly realized I better change that song. The best is up ahead on this road on down. Yeah, Mr. Barry Goudreau on the guitar.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. You know it don't thrill me. They're trying to kill me.
Hey, Paul, what year is this from?
Yeah.
2009.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Okay, way more recent
pretty
than I
recent.
thought.
Yeah. Pretty. Well,
She's
girl,
a girl. I mean, her name is Betty White. The girl.
I really like it. I really like it.
White?
Yeah, like that's the band name reminded me of one that my dad was in called Vince Vacuum in the Attachments. I was like, wait, were they inspired by this band? But no,
Vacuum in the
apparently not.
Attachments.
On this road on down. Yes, it is. The best is up ahead. On this road on down. Oh, yeah. The best is up ahead.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
On down. Well, come on, boys. Are you coming with me? That's right. Take me home.
Something about it reminds me of the Roseanne theme song.
Anyways, yes, Bernie and the Automatics from 2009. Rest in peace, Michael Artunes from the John Beaver Brown Band, Eddie and the Cruisers.
Yeah, that saxophone started the Roseanne tune, Jen. Yeah, I can see how I get that.
Yeah.
You know, another band that I remember kind of struck. People were talking about how that Cafferty sounded like Bruce. Another one sometimes that would sound like Bruce, and of course, but I don't know where he went.
He'll be back. His internet cuts in and out.
That Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes.
I've
Never heard of
that.
them.
I have heard of them, but I don't recall their music.
They ended up having to retire from them. They're done. They've been around since the early '70s. Also, Bruce gave them a helping hand in the late '70s. I think. I don't know what he's doing.
Maybe his phone's about to die again. He might have to like swap for his mom's. What's going
No,
on?
I was trying to. I was trying to put my camera on Avatar because I'm going to go in my room with them.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now we start explaining the title today. Well, we did a little bit with the Rest in Peace to a Cruiser, but in Moonfire.
Yeah, that's the part I'm very intrigued by.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of myself for not catching that. Holy shit, I suck. Oh my god.
I never heard
Really?
that album before.
Really? God damn it, so. I knew something about it was so familiar too. Like,
What year is that from, Paul?
That is from May 1976.
Okay.
Dolan's Jones Voice and Art.
And there's a TV special that goes with it too.
There's a what?
There's a TV special that goes with it
Yes,
too.
there is. There is.
I love that thing.
So not only, of course, do you have half the monkeys and half the people that wrote it. I mean, that's what they wrote themselves on the tour.
Guys who sang them and the songs and the guys who wrote them.
I really wish I could have seen them. One of the first shows, and I'm told that there's a whole concert, and if it's true, I'd like to watch it. Six Flags over St. Louis.
Oh,
That was one of the early. That was one of the early gigs. And if that's true, I'd love for that to come out.
Bare minimum, there is most definitely an audio bootleg of that.
Mm. And of course, the Live in Japan LP, which is on the 7A, double LP. But so you got on here a couple monkey associates, Henry Diltz and Chip Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they're on this. You got Jerry Yester, who, like I said, he also did some couple early Monkees records, and he was a late member of the Love and Spoonful. Keith Allison from Paul Revere and the Raiders and Solo, and Emil Richards and others. So I present to you Moonfire, which is written by William Martin, who, if I remember correctly, is the same dude that wrote Salesman from I love that song.
Yeah, I was just listening to that earlier today.
Yes, good old Salesman.
What?
I love that song. I should have. I was too young. I was only like 9.
You probably had no idea it was even happening.
I don't think. Actually, the thing is, I barely remember the Dinah Shore show thing. Barely. I remember when they were on there for some reason, because I'm like, it was in my head all those years. I thought I had a fever dream, and then I found it on YouTube. I'm like, holy shit. I did see this back then.
Davey's my favorite.
Yes. So that's Moonfire from Dolan's Jones Voice and Art. Now,
that was interesting.
I never heard that before.
I should check the rest of the album out too. It's definitely worth it.
Definitely seek out this album, gang. And 7A, of course, did a nice treatment to it. If you can't find an OG, but you probably be able to find an OG pretty decently priced. I'm just looking for an OG live in Japan. That's what I want, but someday. So then we get to, of course, Nasty Nasty. From August 1986, Black and Blue.
I've heard of that band. Yeah.
Believe you me, after a few love sessions, I've only had those two colors. Okay, there's that and that. How would you know? Hey, quit laughing, Richard. You've never had that. Anyways, on Geffen.
I heard they were a pretty good rock band, right, Paul?
What?
Are they a pretty good rock band? I don't.
Yes,
cool.
Sort of.
I think your buddy Captain Spaulding rubbing off on you, Paul.
I love you, Richard. Come on, knock it off.
I love you too. I love you.
I know you do. Yes.
No.
Anywho, so from August of '86, this is the third album. Four songs were co-written and produced by Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
The whole album is actually produced by Gene Simmons. But
And
there's
I bet he took all the money.
probably. And then there's this one song that I'm going to play you called "Best in the West," which you've got Black and Blue, of course, with future Kiss member Tommy Thayer. Okay, on background, Peter Criss from Kiss.
Oh, really?
Yes, and Ron Keel from Keel,
I've heard of
and
Keel.
added guitar, Mark Ferrari, also from Keel.
Really?
Yeah, so you get a whole bunch of so Best in the West from Black and Blue.
Yeah, when I was a teenager in the 80s, I never even heard of Black and Blue because they never had any like big hit singles back then.
Yeah.
Heard about
They got
Metallica has a Black and Blue album?
Huh?
Didn't Metallica have a Black and Blue album? Or am I
They
Well, they had a Black album.
Black
Black
album.
Black
Black
album.
I don't know how big
Yeah.
Black and Blue is.
Van
You know
Halen.
what? I love the Black album.
Yeah. Van Halen was had a song called Black and Blue.
Maybe
Yep.
that's something
Yeah.
enough.
Jeez.
No, that was Brown.
We got it right here in the USA. No, nobody can protest. Shake it up, baby. Steal the show. Oh yeah, yeah. You and me, baby. We're coming my way. Oh yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, I like a lot of those hair metal bands too. Actually.
This is the heavy metal.
I see you in backstage, by the way, but I don't know who you are.
I have a pretty good idea.
I have a few.
Given who just made a comment not long ago, I think I know.
Someone named Lionheart is backstage.
Yeah. Interesting.
Wasn't there a band called Lionheart?
Lion.
Oh boy.
Well, when the shoe fits.
I don't think is that the real one? No, I don't think that is the real one.
I think
All
it
right.
is.
What?
You know,
Who do you think you are, man? And where have you been? Tell me, can you have me in Ohio?
Hey, David.
Hey, David.
Tennessee. Wake up, Texas. Wake up, Michigan. Michigan. California, all the way to New York.
The phone's still back there. What is it?
another one is in backstage too.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's not Jesus.
Ah,
No, it's definitely not Jesus. You're right about that.
I'm sorry.
what is this one? For fuck's sake.
Sounds like a pretty good band, Paul. I just never don't.
Yeah, I don't think they're bad. They just didn't get. I mean, even Geffen Records kind of smushed them after a while. I think that's the last album they did on the label.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea on who that is now. I looked at the messages.
What initial does your suspicion start with?
What?
What initial does your suspicion start with?
M. You on the same page, Jen?
I'm not sure I am.
I'm not
Or a
either.
W?
What the hell?
M or a
Anyway,
W?
what did I do to
I'm a
myself
B
here?
W, I think. Oh, M user. I thought you said N. I was like, who the hell has an N name?
Hang on a minute. How did I do this to myself?
I don't know.
No, not that.
Hmm.
Somehow I put all you people in a line below me, which is, I said below, not below. Just trying to
I'm
figure out how
not
the hell I
blowing
did
into
that.
line. Jesus.
There were some weird trolls on George Burns' show last night. That
Anyways,
typing in Rachel.
some people have appeared that I do not know, either of you people. And so I don't know what to do with you two.
Oh wait, there's 2 of them back here now.
Well, yes, another one popped up that was up earlier.
Gee, I wonder who it
I
could
have-
be. They travel in a group of 2 or 3.
So unless I get to
Oh,
see
I have
some
no
type of,
idea who that could be.
unless I get to see some visual confirmation, I'm not doing anything else with you two except possibly
Oh.
booting you
Yeah,
off.
don't fall.
And and especially after the story I heard what happened to Sam, I am not in the mood for anybody's
It's
nonsense.
the same thing happened to George. I was
I have no,
on George Burns'
Hey,
show
how
last
are
night.
you doing?
I have no idea who this could be. No, not really.
Yeah, like I said, Johnny, Ella, and I briefly on Rachel's last night.
No, I'm
I
not.
did
No,
see that, actually.
Oh
Tito's
no.
back too. Or if Tito, hey Tito, see
Oh, gee.
see Richard.
Wow, that's a
Richard
name we haven't seen in forever.
wore
Oh no.
Richard wore a partial half Michael Jackson, half Tito in honor of his Jackson 5 medley that he did on the 15th.
Oh, do you need a cosplay of Tito?
Little creature.
Oh god. What? No.
Yeah, low key, Tio.
My mother came in and asked me if I'm being mean. Who am I being mean to?
He is Mrs. Richard's mom.
Mom!
He's being mean to all of us. He took away our pudding cups.
Where pudding cups?
And you should hear him talk. He's talking. Richard's mom. He's talking about sacks again.
Oh, don't fuck you!
What did I tell you, Richard? I'm taken. And so's probably Johnny L. He's not gonna want it.
Doo-wop hippie.
Hello, gang. How's it going?
Hey, Johnny L, how are you?
That's right. That's
Oh, I
right.
like that.
That's the wife,
I
yeah.
like that. I like that.
Oh, Beetle Babe, how you feeling?
Okay. That's
Good.
kind of, yeah.
I noticed you played Dwayne Eddy earlier. That's what
Yeah,
caught my eye.
He did.
Yeah.
Great saxophone there, boy. I'm telling you.
Yes.
That's a good
You know,
song.
this show does have sax appeal. We do have that here.
You know, that's one. I think, in my opinion, that's one of my favorite instruments of all time is the saxophone.
Yeah.
I love the sax too. I do.
God, you know, we probably could almost do a whole friggin' show on just sax related.
How you doing, David?
I'm good.
Davids?
I'm good, Johnny. Oh, yeah.
I'm doing all the better for seeing you, Johnny.
Yeah, how you been, David? I haven't talked to you in a long time. How you been?
Well, I've been busy. I'm in the studio at the moment, as you can see. It's not my usual sofa.
Can you mention what?
Yeah, and I mean, unless it'll bore people, I can show you what I've been doing.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
They can be.
Let me just get the this up. Yeah, Johnny, I saw you on Rachel's bid up, and but I don't really join in those because they just I love watching them, but I just can't.
Yeah, it gets pretty wild, but
yeah. So at the moment, what I'm doing is
Oh,
hang on.
they can be. Let's see.
Oh, damn it!
This is the new single from Peaceful Cacophony.
Oh, nice.
And at the chorus, I've basically had friends and family and what have you all come round, and I wanted them all to shout "Wake up" because it's the beginning of the chorus.
Cool.
And I'm trying to get them in line because, of course, they're all different people, And no, I'm not going to copy and paste and loop and all that sort of stuff. I do things analog here. But it's getting everyone to say "wake up" at the same time. So let's just have a look and see if they've managed it at all.
Wake up. Do you want to leave the place? Wake up. Wake up.
Yeah, that sounds like a crowd.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah, and I'm pleased. I'll just solo this bit, and this is the drum track from obviously not all of it. I'll give you about half a minute, but yeah, Ed from the Darkness is drumming on this one.
Oh, cool.
So,
Cool.
Nice, very nice.
Good drum.
Yeah, well solid. There you go. And but the thing that has taken the most time on this is I'll switch you around so I can tell you. And I'm thinking I'll take your advice, all of you, your advice. I've wanted for ages to do not necessarily a podcast, but just on my channel do some shows or whatever, just called Spinning Stories, and
If you
tie in with my record collection, and also people keep saying, "Oh, you've got all these stories that you talk about."
Yeah.
And
if
so
you did a podcast, I definitely listen to it. I would.
Oh yeah.
because there's so
Yeah, I
much,
definitely.
whenever I come
Or
up
a
here,
YouTube thing.
Richard, let him talk.
there's always a bit of Cure or a bit Bowie or whatever it is, But the first thing I wanted to do, because it's been quite special, and I don't want to sound, I don't know, is it wussy? Anyway, basically, I was in this band. This is one of the favourite bands I've ever been in, and they were called Compact Pussycat.
Aw.
Huh.
You
And
were there.
and it was an all-girl punk band except me, obviously. And Helen, the bass player, she in 2017, she decided to leave the party early. I think that's what we're allowed to say, are we, on YouTube? Skirting around horrible things. And she was very close to me. I was very close to her. She was, I'm not going to talk too much about it. It's still a bit raw. But I happened to have her bass at the time. And this is her stage bass. It's got loads of Helen stickers on it. And of course, one of my thoughts was, well, to keep her going, I should really keep the music going through her, and do stuff with it. And so I have. So this is the very first track done with Helen's bass since she died.
Aww.
And
I'm sorry for your loss.
And I got it all cleaned up because it had like beer in the pickups and stuff, like makeup all over the strings. And so if you'll just give me a sort of bit of self-indulgent here, this is the first time anyone's heard this little combination, but this is Ed on drums, me on bass for the new song, and this is the sound of Helen Stafford. Okay, here you go.
Okay.
There you go. A bit of an emotional moment there for me.
Pretty good sound.
Very nice.
I love it.
Thank you.
That's a really cool remembrance, though. I like that.
As soon as I heard the
Amazing. And it's amazing bass. I don't know how well it came across just using the
It
mic.
came
Yeah,
through like
YouTube-
really
YouTube is,
clear and
I heard that.
pronounced over everything. I like that.
Playing
no, as soon as I heard that bass, as soon as I heard that bass line, I was into it. I love that bass line.
playing a track on any kind of track on YouTube, it doesn't do it justice because YouTube kind of muffles the sound a bit and everything. But
Yeah,
it did sound pretty good, I think. Anyway, but
And then, of
David,
course-
you were pondering not to change the subject. You were pondering about that for quite a while now about maybe having your own podcast type thing and telling about your
I have,
experiences and stuff like that. I think you should go for it. I think it'd be pretty interesting. Mesmerizing. All the stories you were telling is I thought I really enjoyed it, so I would go for it. And also a question: what program are you using there that you got on your laptop on your computer there?
What
program that you're using for the mixing and stuff like that?
It's Logic Pro 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I use Sam Pro on my DJing.
Okay.
Sam Broadcaster, which is supposed to be one of the best too. So, but
this has loads and loads of really good, quality amp simulators and stuff, and what have you. And I can. What I like to do for the drums when it's me playing the drums, I play them on the electric kit, but then I'll decide what sound drum kit I fancy, and it puts me on that drum kit. So it's me playing, but it's not the sound I was making at that time. Do you know what I mean? You can really beef it up. But it is me. It's stick for stick. It's still me.
It's an amazing software.
And once we've got the now we've got the drums, bass, and all that, of course, there will be guitars.
So, is David there?
Yeah.
There he is. David, so that is that what you're putting together now to cut a record, or?
Yes, yeah. Denise
interesting.
Denise has done all her vocals. I've done all the music. Ed's done the drums, obviously. But now I'm just doing. I've been doing hours and hours of tidying up, which is where I have to go, like particularly the vocal tracks, because me and Denise will sometimes talk before she sings, and it'll all get recorded, and or she'll start practicing la 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 before she. So I have to cut all that out so that the only thing left is the performance, and on guitar tracks you get odd buzzes.
Yeah, that kind of work gets a lot tedious at times, eh?
It does, but I get more and more excited the more it goes, because once I've got it all done, I'm going to do a reference mix, which I will send to Mark Anthony Kay of Project Gemini, and then he will mix and master it for us because he's just the best.
Yeah, I think I got an album. Yeah, I bought the recent album. I think not the. You were on a few tracks or something like that on his.
I believe so. Yeah.
I got that one that you were on there. Yeah, he does good work. Mark does good work. He's really pretty talented. Sure.
Yeah. So my main thing tonight was that I just wanted to. I've been pissing around, just not wanting to do it for so long, and so tonight, and I've been filming it all. I filmed her bass getting a proper sort of Rolls Royce treatment at the Guitar Center,
right?
And taking it there, taking it back, and I put on YouTube if you want to watch it. It's only about 5 minutes, I think, if that, and it says saying goodbye to Helen Stafford, and that was a thing where I just sort of, that was my initial thought of, maybe I should get her bass working again, because she gave it to me to fix it, which is really annoying because she's not going to hear it. But she gave me it to fix it.
But you know what, David? You have the memories, and that's what counts. You have the memories, and you have something. Right. You have something that belongs to her.
Yeah.
That now yours, and you can cherish that.
And that's her with the bass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aw.
Love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
I just wish she could have hung around, but you know.
How old was she, David?
42.
That's too young.
Yeah, it does. I'm still having therapy for it and stuff, but that's what you got to do. Is you can't crumble. You've got to go and you got to try.
When a bandmate passes away and you were close and tight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It gets to you for sure. I'm sure.
Yeah. I've had three bandmates.
Yeah,
and,
I heard you had.
Yeah, I mean, there's like Clembert this year, Rick Butler from Jam this year. I was in a band called If with him, and then Mike Peters from The Alarm, who I wasn't in The Alarm, but he came and played with some stuff that we did, and it's just I can't stand it. Honestly, I get panicky about it. It's like, who's the next one?
Yeah, and you're thinking, oh crap! I hope I'm not the next one. God forbid. I hope but.
But one of my less enviable personality traits is that I don't sorry, I don't boss very well at all.
Well, it plays on your mind.
Yeah, but I see some people are a little bit more sort of shoulders back, chin up, got to carry on sort of thing. But I'm a bit more sort of, can I just have a cry first, please?
Right.
Right.
It's therapeutic. It really is.
I was gutted. I didn't know very well at all, but when Shenanigans went and stuff, I just thought, oh man, because it's the end of someone's story, isn't it? Like right now, here are all six of us on here. We've got pages left in the biography that will be written about all six of us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's horrible when someone just stops like that, and you just think. I remember when my dad died, I was standing outside in the car park of the hospital having a cigarette, and I just thought, wow, what an amazing life! But it's such a finality to it that it now has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
David, what comes to mind for me? What comes to mind is that song, Dust in the Wind. All we are is dust in the wind. And it comes, it really is true, Sometimes I sit back too, pondering, thinking, why are we here? Why are we on this planet? What's the purpose? What purpose do we have on here? And life's so short that in a flash, in a nanosecond, you can be like dust in the wind.
I think about that a lot, Johnny. I think about that a lot, Johnny.
Yep. Yeah. And what I was thinking about, if I was going to do this sort of episode 1 of Hi Tina.
Hey Tina.
If I was going to do this episode 1 of Spinning Stories, I just wondered, is it bad to start with something like that that's a bit of a downer, even though it's got a bit of an up ending, hasn't it? Because the single will be released, it'll be her bass on it.
Well, I feel like actually because of that ending to it, it does make it like a very poignant first powerful episode. So actually, I think that makes it perfect.
But then I
agree with you on that, Jen. I do think it makes it very powerful.
Almost a little bit more of a memorial to say, like, episode 1 was this, Because
hey, Chris Hill, I pondered that too. So why am I here?
Well, see, that's the thing. No offense. Sorry to interrupt. Why I've been doing all this for almost 15 years is because, Lord forbid, when the last one ends.
Yeah.
As long as the Earth is around and as long as YouTube is around, people will go, you know what? I miss that fucktard. It's like let's go watch some video of his that he's done, and then ta-da, it's like the same thing with Shenanigan. When I miss her, boom. When I miss Beans, boom. I go and look at all that stuff, and it just makes me feel just at least a little bit better. I still miss them, but it's like, okay, I at least get these couple minutes back, and for memory's sake.
I miss Beans every single day.
I'm 68, Paul. I thought I was 67, but my wife was gracious enough to remind me I was 68. I was saying I'm only 67, but
next year will be a fun year for you.
She said, "No, I'm 68." I said, "Oh, come on." So you know how I feel. Sometimes I feel like it's great to wake up in the morning and my eyes pop open, and go outside and smell the flowers and stuff, right? Yeah. So it happens too quick,
I've only got 10 years before I'm in your seat, dude.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and David, when firstly, before I suggest what I'm going to suggest to you, have you ever played a Steinberger bass? That's what Brandon wanted to know.
Ask that question.
Right. Not one of my own, but I was in a band called Pressure, and the bass player in Pressure had one of the red ones that we used to call it the cricket bat, because it looks like one.
Like a cricket bat, huh?
I thought they were ridiculous, but he loved his, and I had to go on it. And it is really easy to play because not having a headstock on the end, it means your fingers don't have to, it's got quite a thin neck as well. But I didn't feel like I was playing anything. And the other thing is, it didn't, in my head, I couldn't get out of the idea that this little frail, sort of thing of wood was making that incredible noise behind me. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you want a great big choke? That's why I play Les Paul guitars, because they're heavy, and you put them around your neck, you've got them on.
Oh, balls are heavy, my God.
Yeah.
I always wanted to play a Les Paul.
Oh God. They weigh
What
a
you
ton.
Yeah, they do. They're very popular in my house. Yeah, I thought I'd do that, but you see, then I thought some of the swapping stories, spinning stories, I could do. Say, like, I could do recording with Janice Daffin.
I'm laughing at something else. I'm laughing at that too.
That's not right.
I'm watching the sandwich. Oh God!
I had to put that up just because I'm like, oh my God. This is like,
really, Jason, whatever the fuck your name, really.
But between that and the sucking of dicks, I'm like going, that still makes me laugh. I've been laughing on and off for about the
I remember that count.
Oh God, I always imagine none of the guys on panel are wearing pants.
Jeez.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Why are you?
Oh boy.
Speaking of Beans, Paul, I miss him. I still think I miss him.
Yeah.
Hey, David.
I miss that guy. He was
David
great.
Donnelly. Do you like rockabilly?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I got this one.
Oh wow! Right.
And you know who this guy is right here?
He looks a little familiar.
Bim Bam Boom.
Jan Bip Bam Boom. Yeah.
Wow.
This is a great rockabilly record.
Well,
Jeez.
I tell you, Johnny, without wanting to sound, name droppy and what have you, but I did have a couple of friends play the local sort of big venue here in Norwich.
Yeah.
And it was a couple of friends of mine. I went along to go and have a chat as well and see the gig. But it was Phil from the Polecats. Do you remember them? It was Slim Jim Phantom from the Stray Cats. And it was Neil X from Zig Zig Sputnik and various other things.
Wow, what a mix!
Sputnik, yeah.
But Slim Jim Phantom from the Stray Cats, I've obviously known him for well over.
Stray Cats, I like the Stray Cats.
Cool.
Yeah, 10, 15 years. 10, 15 years. I've played with him. I've been his drum tech and I've been his tour manager. I've done 3 things for him. But basically, he's playing with this new thing, and they're great. They're great. They are rockabilly, obviously, because you've got Slim and Phil from the Polecats, who were sort of like Britain's poor man's Stray Cats. Say that in front of them, but I would. And Neil X is just a legend over here because he's Sputnik thing, and then he's been with Mark Armand and all sorts of stuff. And but yeah, it's brilliant. It was, I suppose, the club holds about 600. It's all on one level. And it was just such a brilliant gig. They basically did each other's songs, if you know what I mean. So they did obviously Stray Cat Strut and Runaway Boys and all that, and then they did a couple of covers, but what I actually got, if you'll just excuse me for 1 second.
Yeah, Acid Clown Archives.
Oh,
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it's rockabilly.
Triple A.
Yeah, there
I
are
didn't
some.
even I didn't even
but
catch that name.
This album here with Bim Bam Boom.
Oh
with
shit!
John.
Wrong one.
This is well, even that's great. Look at that, Paul's great. This is a great album, a rockabilly album. Yeah,
I bet it is. Yeah,
fantastic.
cool.
And,
I think I heard John talk about that, or someone else showed that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, who has another? Somebody else has it. Can't remember who has another. That's basically the. It's a small record. It's not a four. I think it's on. It plays on 45. Actually,
like a 10-inch album.
10-inch.
Yeah,
probably
10-inch. Yeah.
I heard they're the Mafia's favorite band.
Oh.
Yeah, Star Trekker. I do like Oasis. I did back in the day though. I was in a band called Stare, and Stare, Blur, Oasis, The Verve were all coming up at the same time.
Right.
I never really got into it. I just was never got into them. I just don't get
I think
them.
you need to give them more of a chance, because I thought the same thing until I actually listened to the first album last year. So
Yeah.
Oh, you like them?
I enjoyed that first album. I never got further than I meant to, and then I kind of never got back to it because I'm the queen of that. But
you just have to.
Okay, because I remember you were like, yeah. All right, maybe I'll.
Yeah, well, I don't want to sound like Mazzy or anything, but it is the music, and I have to say that as long as you can just separate, because I mean, I just do. Maybe not so much now, but in the 90s, they were just such pricks. It was really difficult to get behind them. So, but the music, his guitar playing, the melodies, and that first album is a peach. But anyway, back to seeing Slim Jim and Phil and Neil X. They had this on the merchandise store, which was it's a cover of Tiger Feet by Mud.
Oh yeah, Tiger Feet. I've heard that song.
Yeah,
cool,
really good. And Neil did a single with Kathy Valentine from the Go-Go's, and so he had his there. I always buy records at gigs if they've got limited, gig only records. Hello.
Yeah. So are those rockabilly ones? I don't know. I'm not sure what genre is that.
Yeah. But I mean, modern. But it's like I mean, Neil always plays with one of those enormous white Gretches.
Right.
Gretsch guitars.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Nice guitars.
Yes, Steve Conti. Yeah, he did. He did do the New York Dolls thing, didn't he? Is he in the Libertines? I can't remember. Is Steve Conti in the Libertines? Because the Libertines drummer stood in for, obviously, Jerry Nolan, I believe. But yeah, Steve Conti rings a bell. I'm sure I've crossed his path somewhere along the line. So anyway, what I was saying, sorry, about the spinning stories. It's just the fact that I could say there's so much fun things like even in just recording for Daphne Guinness, and immediately people might say, "Oh, I don't know what Daphne Guinness is," but you've got Tony Visconti producing, you've got Andy Mackay from Roxy Music on saxophone, you've got all sorts of guests and this one including myself. There's the night where there was just three of us in the studio, and I was sat on the sofa listening to Tony and Daphne talking, listening to mixes back and stuff. And next to me, but not next to me enough for me that I could touch it, a bottle of still water just exploded.
Oh,
no reason whatsoever. I heard a crack, and then the next thing I knew, all the glass had just fallen. And obviously Tony and Daphne turned around to me because it made a heck of a sound, and I went, I'm nowhere near it. I sort of looked at it, it wasn't me. So it was that, and then and there was lots of stories along the way about the production and stuff, if people want to know, that. And then of course the result, being the spinning stories, is that the album came out. And you can end it by showing the album and talking about that sort of thing. So it's as long as it can be brought back to actual physical records.
Makes
Um,
sense.
I just thought it was good. So with the Cure stuff, obviously I'm not on any of their stuff, but I have got a mountain of Cure records which I can take people through the story, and I can show the Cure record that is where I came into the picture, and the Cure record 10 years later where, because Lol Tolhurst left the band, I kind of was out of the picture again, you know, because he was my particular buddy, you know. I don't know, but it's just I worry that it'll come across, because you all know me now, so I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry, but I don't want it to come across of, hey, look what I've done.
But David, the stories you're going to give though, like me listening to your stories and the stories that you've talked about, you know, on Rachel's and stuff like that I heard.
Yeah,
these bands I never heard of before, and it was all that info. I was kind of soaking it in because it's like, oh wow, really, and all this. So there are people that are going to watch it that never heard of these bands. So you're bringing these bands to light.
Yeah,
and people are going to say, "Oh shit, I wouldn't mind getting that album or getting this." So
I agree. I agree.
See, and that's exactly what the music and the VC community need, is more of that. It's all educate and entertain. That's what we've all been trying to do all these years. Now, David, like I said, you know, great if you're going to put that on YouTube, but I also am going to suggest, just like I brought up earlier today, about sticking that on Rumble also. You could do it on dual platforms, and people, you could definitely get a heck of a lot more cha-ching too, along with the big bang for the buck. So,
well, not to mention, Paul,
I'll have to speak. I'll speak to you, Beetle Babe, privately about it, because I actually have no. I thought Rumble was a dating app.
No, you're. Oh,
that's
I know.
chat roulette.
No.
But
Richard's been on there.
He's thinking of Bumble. Is what he's thinking of.
Bumble, yeah.
But Paul, not to mention YouTube evidently is really cracking down hard on copyright stuff and playing music and everything else. So Rumble would probably be your best bet if you're gonna, in my opinion. I mean, it's up to you, your choice, but something like Rumble or something like. How about something like would Kick be good? I don't know. I've seen Kick floating around. People going there, and they're pretty lenient on a lot of stuff.
There's another site you can also set all of your uploads to mirror to, called BitChute. Right. So that's like another for safekeeping thing in case it got pulled from where all else. There's like no restrictions on BitChute.
Jim, what you call it?
Plenty of those. Plenty of those, Vinyl Dreamscape. Plenty of those, I could tell you.
Hey, Doug, how are you?
So I don't know. I thought I'd do that, and there's loads of tour stories, as you know, and there's loads of this, that, and the other. And like I say, see, musicians do this all the time, and I just think, like, if I could treat the audience like other musicians, as it were, they'd be interested, because there's hysterical things that happen on tour where I can't believe the shit that goes on sometimes, and people want to know.
I'm sure there are.
But trust me, like, there would be a huge audience for this kind of content. I think you worry too much about how it would come off to the wrong people, but it's like, okay, those people would just click off and move on with their lives, but the people who want to hear it would be the ones who are there. So don't ever worry about it being like name drop, because I think a lot of people, depending who you're talking about on any given episode, would probably be a draw for new people that might not otherwise find your channel. So actually, it's a good thing.
Hey, plus David,
David,
you can even plug some of your material too on your.
Yeah, I mean I'll always give it a shout out, sort of thing. But I'm just happy if people find it. So I don't suppose you've managed to play it yet, have you, Jen?
Actually, I have.
Oh, you have? Did you like it?
I did, very much so.
Cool, excellent. Well, you can feel free to review it on one of your. How's the?
I definitely watch it. I definitely watch it, David. I definitely watch it if you do something like that.
Oh, that's good, because I mean, there's so many bands that I've passed through or around, and whether it's the sort of feminine side of Viv Albertine and Blondie and Daphne Guinness and Compact Pussycat, or whether it's like the punk guys like Glenn from the Pistols and Mick Jones and all those people and that. And so if you're interested in that person, I've probably got something about them that you've never heard before, but it won't end up in court. I have got court case stories, but no, they're not coming out.
Oops.
Yeah, I've seen some very famous people do some stuff that they're so lucky that we can keep our mouths shut. You know,
juicy stuff.
Oh,
juicy stuff.
And it usually is that. It usually is some sort of juicy thing, rather than, you know.
And that's where you have to walk the line of don't get sued versus is it worth selling?
Right.
Yeah.
You have better luck if the person's passed on. It's like,
point,
well, you know what? Or leave it, or just the initials. Here's the initials. Here, write a book. Yeah, see, you could write a book too.
I thought so, but the trouble is, I'd have to call it something like I did think about it, but then I just thought, but I'm no one. It's not me that people are interested in. I'm telling stories about people who I was just lucky enough to be hanging with.
But here's the thing: once you build up like your own audience, there, you will very much be the person that they are there for. Everything else is a bonus after that.
And although you know, I've obviously done well in the sort of mid-level field, if you like. You know, I was never a member of the Cure. I was just helping them out. You know, do you know what I mean? And that's sort of thing.
Well, that's cool too.
So if I did a book, it would have to be called Phew, that was close. Or or if they hadn't nicked Almost Famous, I'd have that.
Right.
So I don't know, but I've got so many photographs that I've never put on Facebook, even, you know, of the Cure in the studio and at leisure. And I'm sure that if I contacted Robert or whatever and just said,
you could totally get permission to show some of them, if not all of them.
Yeah, and same with Glenn and people like that. So as long as I respect their genuine private bits, you know, that you know, they may have been talking about on the back of the tour bus or something, and it's like you don't repeat that stuff, you know.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, you know, because you've been in the position. Yeah, you've been in the same position. So
the password is discretion.
Well, urinator, which is a fantastic name. Sorry, what is the topic again? I'm really lost. Well, the topic is that I put my laptop on and saw 4 people on screen that I really like, and I'd been just going through fucking doing a song in the studio, and I thought, right, I'm going to go and see them. And then to my extra surprise, Johnny popped up, having not seen him, you know, for ages and ages. And then I decided, then this isn't the topic of the show, but it became the topic of the show, which is basically I had an idea to do a little show on YouTube where I talk about the bands that I've been in, around, or, you know, around that sort of thing, or stories on there called Spinning Stories, because I have a
I definitely.
This sounds really good, David.
I definitely joined in. I definitely watched that.
A lot of promise and fun.
Do you have any gigs coming up? No, funnily enough, I thought Visage were going to do some more festivals this. You sound Irish. No, not Irish, just English, East Anglian. Yeah, gigs coming up. I thought Visage was going to pop its head up, but I did notice that Rusty has just put out a quadruple album of stuff that he's sending, so maybe he didn't want it to clash. But no, I'm really, like, as you can see, I'm a bit of a studio prisoner at the moment, because the more I do, the more people say, "Oh, can you play on this? Oh, would you mind mixing this?"
Exactly, all pays off.
Yeah, exactly, and it's like it's money without having to leave the house.
Right.
Which I'm a big fan of.
That's guy.
I really like it.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
D is for desperate.
Oh god.
I've got a rehearsal tomorrow with some friends of mine that I was in bands with Carl from Stare. We were signed in the 90s, and yeah, we're just sort of messing about some ideas with the idea of not getting anywhere with it, but just going to play in like our local pubs or something, because like I haven't done that for years.
That sounds cool.
And it's, you know, I know it sounds funny, but
it's funny, it sounds fun.
Yeah, exactly, because I always seem to have to, not that it's bad, I'm not complaining, but it's always like 40,000 people, 10,000 people, 5,000 people. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing.
Hey,
I used to love gigs when I was in school bands and stuff, and you get to play the brickmakers down the road and that. And I said, like, let's do that. Let's just do that.
Hey, I've never even played in front of 100 people, so I'll take 5,000, 10,000 people.
Oh, it's thrilling. Believe me, it is incredible when you get.
Oh, I know. I know when I get up on stage, it's just like I can't describe the feeling when I get up on stage.
When you're on a stage where you can't actually see the back of the audience, and it's at night and the lights are on.
Yeah, right. Eh?
It's just amazing to see it like bobbing heads everywhere, you know. But there's something about just walking on and the person at the front row is just staring at you about that far away. You know, and it's a bit more.
I get it.
All in it together, you know. And also, let's not forget that would be one of our own gigs. Whereas at festivals, it's not your crowd. It's not your crowd. You've got to go up there and hope that there's enough people within throwing distance that really like what you're doing, you know. Because they've basically paid the festival ticket price to see maybe what the top 5 acts that are on that night or whatever. And it isn't us. It's just someone somewhere thinks we fit in with this thing, and so far so good, you know.
Toby.
Well, you know, some artists really prefer playing in a smaller venue. It's more intimate, you know. And everything else. A lot of them like playing in a smaller venue, like
yeah.
A couple hundred, maybe 1,000. They're satisfied with that.
The trouble is, I had to take a leap. You see, I could either carry on doing music for fun and just doing little gigs around and what have you, or if I actually wanted to carry on making a living out of it, I had to aim higher and go for the sort of what appears to be like 80s heritage, you know.
David, I really enjoyed your videos where you just sitting at the window with a cup of tea when it's raining and just talking. That's pretty cool.
I love a thunderstorm. You see, I love thunderstorms, and the thing is, upstairs in my house, one of the rooms in my house has got. It's almost not got a wall. It's just got a massive double glazed glass window, and I can click it so that it leans back and lets lots of air in, or I can shut it again, click it another way, and the whole thing just comes out. And it's just, I sometimes sit by this hole in the wall in my house, having a cigarette, looking at like the rain or the fireworks of something or whatever. But if it's a thunderstorm, I'm up there. I put the light out. And
is that where you were filming that one video with the really crazy thunderstorm not that long ago?
Yeah.
That was badass. Was that sped up, or was it really that frequently hitting?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was no edits in there. I mean, I obviously edited the sections together, but I didn't. If you know the section you're talking about, it was
I
like
showed that to my mom. She was tripping out over it.
It was like a security light. It's like a security light was malfunctioning.
Yeah.
It's like, and then it was weird.
It's very therapeutical and very calming, listening to the thunder and the rain falling. And
Johnny, is that a real word? Therapeutical.
It's real to. I like it. I like.
It's in the Johnny L dictionary. Mm-hmm.
That's very therapeutic. There you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, I do. I just love it, you know. I just love it, and I think, you know, especially, you know, with I've got a car that the top comes down, and I love if it looks like if it's stormy, but the rain hasn't arrived, I go and drive to like the highest point I can find and just put the roof down and just lay in the back seats and just.
You're hoping that the roof can go back up when it starts raining.
It takes 30 seconds. It's a button, but it takes 30 seconds. So I'd get wet for 30 seconds. You've said that a few times, Beetle Babe.
Boom.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you. What are you laughing at, Richard? That's more than what you got. Oh,
Oh my God.
At my
God
age,
damn it, Paul!
at my
That's where
age,
it
I'll
all
take.
from.
At my age, I'll take what I can get there, Dave. Any wetness is fine with me.
I must really like you people who come up here.
You know it's all in good fun. No one's being malicious about it.
I
Richard.
know it is. I know it. I'm messing with you. I know it is. I know it's all
not brought to you by Depends, ladies and gentlemen. Not brought to you by Depends. Before we disappear, I just wanted to yeah, exactly right.
Oh,
before
God.
we disappear, the
I
last
love
part.
you, Tina.
The last part of the time, we all love Tina. I don't even know who Tina is, but we love her anyway.
Tina's one of mine.
Huh?
Tina's one of mine.
Good. Well, maybe Tina will come up soon. Not today, though, because we're about ready to leave here. But the last part for Kickdown was Blue Angels' album from 1983 on Gull Records called Kickdown. Was what the heck this was going to be. We just don't have time to play it today, but it's on Gull Records, of course, which that was Judas Priest got their start on Gull Records. So that is your title. Rest in peace to a cruiser and Moonfire with a nasty, nasty Kickdown.
Never heard of that band.
Paul?
Yes, sir.
Can I just show my birthday stash?
You can show your birthday stash, yes.
I don't mean mustache. So this is the anniversary version of Karen Dalton, In My Own Time.
That name sounds familiar
I've
to me.
heard the name too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a lovely silver,
nice
magnetic sort of vinyl. She's just one of these. It was 1971.
Oh, yeah.
She was a very, very sad figure, which is, I wish I didn't, but I do move towards people who've had a hard time. And it's just beautiful. That's all. Like if listen to Something on My Mind by Karen Dalton, you'll enjoy that. This is on the opposite end of the scale. I got Amel and the Sniffers live at the Fonda Theatre.
Nice.
It's a very, very limited one-off.
People talk about that band.
Yeah, and it's just. I think there's only about 100 copies of this, but I managed to get in there nice and quick. I got the new Wet Leg album.
I've seen
cool.
people show that.
Very good. It's I obviously have liked them since Chez Lange and what have you, and that comes in a lovely crystal clear,
Cool vinyl.
crystal clear vinyl.
Was the Wet Leg? Wet Leg?
It's the second album.
But that's
Yes,
Wet
that's
Leg, right?
That's what happens when a dog pisses on you.
And I found the new Garbage album.
Garbage. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
I didn't know they had a new album.
I didn't either.
I managed to get this for £10, and it's very nice.
Look at
I like
that.
the color.
I like the solid vinyl ones. I got
And nice inner sleeves and everything. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's all good stuff. But yeah, £10. I got this interesting. My little sub collection, if you like, is I collect. I don't know whether I should say this on, but I collect porn stars that sing.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! But probably few and far between.
I got this, which is Candida Royale, and she was part of some sort of avant-garde, sort of weird late 60s band, 70s.
Oh, that's interesting. I've heard of her.
And it's really good. It's very sort of late night. It's very, chilled sort of thing, and it's great. I don't know. It's
So is Andrea True.
Yeah.
The Andrea True connection in the porn, yes.
Yeah. And Sasha Grey was in a Telescene, which is a sort of industrial electro band and what have you. She had. And I got this, which is nice because it's a band I was in, the movie.
Oh, nice.
Hidden Treasures, BBC sessions and what have you. And that's in a very nice.
Oh, I love that color.
Very, very nice.
Yeah,
That's
Tracy Lord's Control album has just come out as a double on red vinyl.
Oh, really?
It's never been out on vinyl before, and it's a cracker. And then finally, hey!
Oh, nice! Yay!
So there you go. That's my little stash from my birthday and a couple of presents, that sort of stuff.
All
Very
right.
nice.
Awesome. Hang on one second here because I've got to do something. I have to do something before we
What are you
go
doing?
because I've got to go here in a few minutes. So I just okay. Hang on a minute. I've been saying I would. So just give me a second here. Oh boy. All right.
Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like this? Is what happened to me?
I'm actually quite scared.
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet, Richard. I can't believe I'm doing this. I must really love my people.
What are you gonna play?
That song was dedicated to Richard and all the 1-900 calls he attempted.
Oh,
That got blocked.
My God.
What was that?
I'm starting to think that you actually. I'm starting to think that you actually hate me, Paul, not love me.
If I didn't love you, why would I have you up here? What was that, Johnny?
That's in the 40s.
Sounds like it.
It does sound like it.
Yeah, it sounds
I was
like
going
it.
to suggest that I was going to suggest that you and I, Johnny, do some doo-wop over the top of it. You know, there's definitely that sort of stuff. That's in there. But she's clearly she's clearly a woman with malleable lips.
I could come in anything. Thank you, James. Yes, relax, boy.
He was playing with Count
This is how I mess with. I just mess with Paul like this. This is just how I mess around with.
Richard, the problem is you over-explain. I think Ted wanted to be.
I know. You're right. You're right.
You know what, gang? This has been a hell of a stream. We almost got 35 people in here at one point or another, and I'll take it. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Please like, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're getting there. And then, as I said, you know, if you got time, please go off to Rumble and go Psycho Splatters, all one word, and then start subscribing, because between now and the end of the year, we're going to start using some of that sometimes as a platform. Because I'm getting tired of the nonsense that is happening in our little world here.
Mm-hmm.
I love you all. Thank you for all of you coming on here. This has been a kick-ass stream. And I just appreciate the time you guys take to come up here. And I appreciate the time for everybody watching as well in the audience. I do love you all. And I think we have one of the best fucking streams here in the villain community. And that's a fact. Now it's time for an old fat bearded man. Yes, real quick.
Dee Dee, good luck in your... new record.
Yes, very much so. And don't chew on that, Star Cats. I want to listen to it first.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's only available on the tour at the moment, but if you ask nicely, I could maybe send you an MP3 or something.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
But yeah, it's been great to see it. It's really been nice. I just saw the panel and I just thought, yep. There's 4 people I like.
Hell yeah.
I could do it.
You notice you said 4 people?
No, sir.
and then you added, and then you became.
I used to like
You
you, David
can share your talk, Johnny.
You weren't here. You weren't here at first.
I know.
No, I'm really pleased to see you, Johnny. I
like to. I
don't really. I don't really ever talk to you, Johnny. It's nice to talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you, Richard. I'm glad you're all right. Yep. And Wyoming, of course, the man.
Well, I'm there. So, like I said, I just started. I haven't put any content. You're gonna have to type in. You're gonna have to type in this, and then I should come up as that. Okay, that's what you'd be looking for. Night all, everybody. It's time for a big, old, fat, bearded man. I decided I'm going to stop shaving, so Santa beard coming soon. Yes. Ho, 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 everybody. Psycho Splatters is a Love Peace production.